As a content creator, I come into contact with all kinds of players. Something I've noticed over time is that a portion of both newer and returning players always mention that they need tier 90 weapons and tier 90 armor before they want to try to PvM. In reality, however, that is definitely not necessary, and in this video I will showcase that by doing a variety of bosses in average level gear, so when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. In this video, I will be using the following armor sets on screen, which may be adjusted somewhat depending on the type of boss. For the most part, I will be using a tier 80 weapon and tier 70 power armor, being Armadillo, Bandos, and Subjugation. With the exception of melee, where I have a Bainite set of swords +4 and a Masuda's War Spear, which is a tier 82 weapon, which is similar to the Noxious Scythe. In this entire video, I will not be using overloads, no familiar over level 70, no invention perks, no curses, and a lot of other things will also not be used. Let's go. So the first boss I will be showcasing in this video is one of the most popular mid-tier solo bosses, being Queen Black Dragon. Now in my old guide, which admittedly isn't very good, I do recommend super anti-fires, and any other guide will tell you the same. However, as an example, I decided to not use any anti-fires at all and simply pray magic. And I'm not even that experienced at Queen Black Dragon, as you may see me running through the flame walls as if I had super anti-fires. And even then the kills were relatively easy as long as you didn't get stuck in time in the final phase. Also, before anyone mentions it, just like with the bot video, I am not wearing a 120 Slayer cape, I'm simply wearing a skill cape, but I'm using an override. Just so you guys know. If you're seeing any cosmetics, don't worry, I'm using a tier 80 weapon and tier 70 gear. I'm definitely not cheating. Now, as you see, QBD does hit hard, and if you do have better knowledge of the mechanics, you can actually do kills in less time than I am and eat less food. You know, you can res a hit here and there, you can prayer flick and make a big difference. And if you have this gear and around 80 plus combat stats, you could still be making a decent amount of money at QBD even without super anti-fires. That being said, super anti-fires are definitely still recommended because they make the boss fight so much easier. Next up, arguably the most popular God Wars Dungeon 2 boss, Vindicta and Gorvek. Now, if you're wondering, I'm switching to dual wield weapons here, which are the Bainite longswords with a +4 upgrade, which can easily be smithed on an Iron Man or just bought off the Grand Exchange for a couple of 100k. If you're wondering what the difference is between these weapons and a Noxious Scythe, have a look on the image on screen. As you can see, the accuracy and damage are significantly lower when compared to the Noxious Scythe, being a tier 90 weapon. Now, the Masuda's War Spear is a very versatile bang for buck weapon if you consider the fact that it's 22 times cheaper than a Noxious Scythe. Let that sink in for a second. For a fraction of the cost, you can get a weapon that basically does the same thing, just a little worse. Now, if you take a look at my inventory, I'm not using that much food here at all, and that's because I'm simply using a shield switch to resonance the ranged hit in the second phase to save on a lot of food. This way you can last much longer at Vindicta, and it's a very simple trick you can learn that can be effective at many bosses, including God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses and endgame level PvM. Simply having your shield and the resonance ability keybound can improve your PvM experience by a large margin. The Masuda's War Spear is also very effective at the Twin Furies because you can hit them both because you have that extra range when using abilities like Cleave, Hurricane, Quake, and Meteor Strike. It just shows you that you can get access to a bunch of fun bosses with a relatively cheap gear set. By the way, Twin Furies, Vindicta, and Queen Black Dragon are an ideal trio of bosses you can use to get more familiar with the Runescape 3 combat system. Just saying. Another good boss to train your skills at, which may or may not be fun depending on the type of player you are, is Kalphite King in either duo or trio. We've already proven that it's possible to do Kalphite King with no curses, no perks, nothing in absolute trash gear, being bot gear, in a previous video. For this video, we went back to Kalphite King to see how much of a difference average level play gear would make, and the results were really positive. However, like I said, if you mess up one thing at this boss, it will cost you your life. Oh no! Frick! Stand again with the destroy. What the f***? Kalphite King ain't got shit on me. Bam, ba, don't f snipe my... Oh, you bastard, KK. But PvM is about fun, and all those bad attempts can be made up for by getting lucky. Come on. Die. I destroyed... See ya. Okay, let's just... Oh, dude, no way. No, this video, we have so much luck. It's an offhand. What? Oh, you didn't get the log. Ah, you must be mad now, huh? Are you mad? Now, you may or may not know that Nex is the best boss for profit if you're just getting into high level PvM, either solo or duo. And so, me and my buddy Cuddly Zebra decided to go ahead and do some Nex. Now, with this gear, you could definitely solo Nex, 100%. I've seen people do it, but I just... I'll be entirely honest with you guys, I didn't want to suffer in this video, so I didn't go solo, and instead I went duo, because I think it's more realistic to think that players with this gear try the boss without overloads duo. No! Now, the only reason we ended up failing the first attempt was because we ran out of prayer and basically had to do 2 phases without prayer, and you may or may not know if you do Nex, that if you don't pray magic, you are going to get absolutely slapped by Nex. And
yes, there we go.
Boom.
What do we get? Oh, Onyx Bolts.
Oh, really? So we're making...
Yeah.
Hey.
3 mil. Splash.
Dude, the splashes are insane. Like, the amount of... Wow, dude. There we go. Run. Wait, where are you? Oh, you're under me.
Stone Spirits. Woo!
Kill me. Now, what kind of sucked and would have made this video absolutely crazy money is after we'd done a few kills with the mid-tier gear, we decided to try our luck and see the difference with high-level gear and mid-tier gear, which I didn't record. And the first kill we did, we got a Pernix body, and the second kill we did, we got a Pernix cowl. Back-to-back drops, which would have made for some insane reactions for the clips, but it is what it is. Now, I also did a Raxor with the same rules, no perks, no overloads, and just that gear, no curses, nothing, and admittedly it wasn't that bad until the final phase where I ended up failing, but it's still doable. But if you're doing bosses like a Raxor, I just recommend you at least have overloads because they make such a big difference. I also mentioned this in my guide because it just makes it much easier to practice. For example, I do have experience at a Raxor, but I still mess up and it does cost me my life, and deaths can be costly depending on your gear. With this gear it isn't that bad, but if you bring more things along it can get worse. Now, Duo Raxor is harder, but Plebshot, the buddy I was doing this with, had a full familiar food at the end of the kill. I used up a lot more food. That's probably because I'm worse at the game, but it just shows that you don't need high tier gear to do Duo Raxor, which is harder than Solo Raxor. Wait. Oh no, it's the thing. I forgot about that for a second.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about that. I had food in my familiar. Oh, let me res.
Oh, got it.
Okay. I mean, it's easily doable with this gear.
Just
you take
I got a full tortoise, so...
Nice. I have 15 chucks left. As long as I did not pay attention there.
Yeah, your range the status also not potted.
Yeah, I don't have potions. Wow. Let me heal from that.
It's actually intense.
The blob's gonna kill me. You game, no! Now, I could do this for every boss in the game, but my point is, you can do things with mid-tier gear, so you should try bosses with mid-tier gear. Having overloads makes it much easier though, especially if the bosses have stat drain like Nyx and a Raxor. But I will say this, for bosses like Virago, Talos and Yakamaru, not really Beastmaster per se, you just want to have those overloads and curses so that you can benefit your team more and you can be a more useful asset. That is, if you're joining public teams. But if you're in a clan, I'm pretty sure that they would take you regardless if you have those or not, because they'd like to teach you the boss. Now, the final 9 bosses I want to include in this video are located in the 3 elite dungeons of Runescape. I think this is the best PvM content RuneScape has to offer, and if you're a newer or returning player, you should definitely strive to try this content out, which is why we decided to try elite dungeons in the mid-tier gear with the same rules, no perks, no curses, no overloads, etc. Let's see how that went. Oh, this thing is good. What the hell? Oh, people might get.
I'm kind of getting wrecked right now, but otherwise.
Whoa! See you, dude. It's fun. Destroy. Let's go. Whoa, that hit. Wait, what was that? What? I'm dead.
Whoa, what happened? I'm dead too. Why does he hit 4K through prey? Is that normal?
Is it just me in here?
Let's go.
I actually tried to lunging switch before my dismemberment.
Dude. Oh, Zebra just... What? I took the hit?
That would be amazing.
Oh,
Like-
I got claps.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
same.
gonna have to... I play smoke really badly. I'm sorry.
I
Wow. Well done. That's actually not that bad. have a lot of food.
didn't need my tortoise.
Flex.
That's all just died to the blade.
Yeah. Oh, there comes the little thing.
I'm hiding from that. I don't know what that is. Never got this far.
Whatever that is.
My-
Killed him.
My devotion ran out.
Ah, I see.
I'm gonna
You can
eat up.
pray flick if you're confident, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
do
pretty
this.
fucking guaranteed.
Yeah, just put a mage spray after
I'm
3
gonna
hits.
kick him.
That's
Slaughter.
gonna be
What?
fine.
He doesn't move? Whoa!
Yeah,
Scared me.
that.
Easy.
That was
Whoa.
really not that
What
hard.
the hell? See you,
That was really
Masuda.
not that hard. Oh, yeah, you got drops. The minions are harder, dude. They're more scary.
Yeah,
I'm more
first
scared of them.
attempt. Huh, that's where it all started. Interesting.
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, okay. That was very scary.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it hit.
I got a full inventory left. Like,
gonna
I emptied
slaughter-
my tortoise in there.
Oh my god, pleb. Too good for this boss, dude. And he's gone. 9-minute
Oops.
kill. Wow.
Not too bad.
10 ancient scales, that's 7 mil. Damn.
Nothing. I forgot my lucky charms. I can't really use those.
I got 4 scales. Not bad.
So it's safe to say that Elite Dungeon 1 trios are doable, and yes, I know trios are easier than solos, but this proves a point. That being said though, the trash mobs hit like a tank, and they are probably the hardest part in this dungeon. Next up was Elite Dungeon 2, the Dragon King Laboratory. And we weren't going to use any anti-fires at all, and it happened to be, well, you'll see. Dude, the spiders. Oh god, Zebra's about to feel some pain.
Actually, we could do one cycle.
Pretty good damage. What the f?
How is this like
I did
not
a
bad?
Zerg rotation.
Because Protoss using the right prayer now, see? And
Actually, it's like
Easy.
actually not a bad kill time.
110,
110,
tier
what
70. Get wrecked, Varrock. Varrock. Stellar, sorry. Also, if you're wondering the difference between the accuracy of our tier 80 weapons compared to a Noxious Staff, have a look at this image on screen. Quite a significant difference.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's why we're not doing damage. Oh god. One is under Varrock lift. Play
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go.
Oh, ow, that hurt. What the f?
Gonna take a
I'm not
nine.
used to being that rapid.
The problem is.
Easy.
Oh, nice.
420. Hell
423.
yeah, dude.
It's not even that
The
bad.
main problem really is like at Varrock, if you don't have the damage, you get more mechanics, and therefore it takes even longer. Without any problems, as long as you don't leave the group.
Dude, pray mage. You do not want to get f***ed.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I was.
God, inside of that.
Hey, wait, you can just ignore the mechanic cannon because it does.
Oh my.
Let's restart. Let's restart. We're out.
And then you
No.
must-
Oh,
Thought you were gonna run out of it.
oh.
Did I hit a 10k?
You hit.
What?
Yeah. Oh god. You
Oh,
really.
Holy shit!
Bainite coming in hot, dude. Oh shit, I f***ed up. Whoa. I didn't even
Did you
sign.
die?
No, I didn't even
What?
sign. Oh, oh,
Holy crap.
no! I'm
Yeah,
dead.
I'm like not gonna do this.
We just hit the damage here now. I mean, we're basically done. That's the thing. So did you want to do
Yeah.
it or do you want to start
Yeah,
again?
yeah, I want to do it. I meant like with the fire.
Now, we are very thankful that we finished that kill without me. Or, better said, they finished the kill without me, because what comes next... Just have a look. We hit 1800. What?! And it doubled!
Oh
And it doubled!
God.
And it doubled! That's...
Are you
And it doubled! How much money is that?
Dude.
What the
Holy shit.
With this gear?
Bro.
Oh, doubled. I'm so glad we didn't restart the kill. That could have...
Oh, you really carried out.
It's in my chest though. Hold up. Oh, it is.
It doubled. How much? Those are expensive
That's
as
like
fuck, aren't
400 mil in the chest right now, dude. Trade
Still
me.
make money.
135.6 mil each, dude.
Holy
Pleb has money
fuck.
now.
Holy
Wait,
fuck.
1 second. Don't accept. 600k. There we go.
Oh, that's
Wow,
kind of
that
hot,
is
not gonna
neat.
lie.
And we finally arrive in the third elite dungeon, being the Shadow Reef, and surprisingly the trash mobs are really easy compared to the first and second elite dungeons in this gear. But we already knew that, so we kind of expected it to happen. Looked like it, somehow.
I mean, you just gotta stand to the side. It's really just one tile in front of him.
Boom. Issues otherwise.
Ah.
The skeleton
Face
is
him.
really annoying. He's almost dead.
Ah.
We can clutch him. Come on. He's gonna spawn portals.
Who's dead?
Not
That's
was
ridiculous.
wow.
That was
that
so
was a
easy.
joke.
227.
Oh god.
I will slaughter and kick this one. Oh, that's...
I really
Actually,
want to use Soul Split right now.
Yeah.
Same. Holy crap.
Oh god. Wait, am I not standing in this mode? Okay. I'm gonna Zerg, but that might be a bad idea.
That was a very bad idea, yeah.
Come
What?
back for that
Oh,
one.
man.
Oh.
I didn't. Huh?
Oh. Really?
Tell
Oh,
me
you
out.
both died.
What?
Tell me out. Pleb. Oh, watch. Pleb, you're really.
I'll take a
I can't
resonance.
right click.
You're really.
What?
Ah. It's funny how you switched to the to the death thing. Let's tell you out.
Yeah, I mean, that's because Soul Split, but... Huh?
Blade that. Whoa.
Why can't I search? Why?
No!
What?
Ah.
Didn't you hear
Yeah, I
my
know.
keys? I pressed search.
Just focus on that one, because like, oh no, we've got
Okay,
two
right.
left. Oh god, never mind.
Don't worry.
This is gonna hurt.
Get barricade
Yeah,
ready.
no.
Get barricade ready.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, but no perks.
Yeah, get
Oh,
barricade ready.
You got
Oh
three.
my god.
Oh, barricade, pleb. Oh wait, I
Waiting
did
for
too
the
soon,
time.
didn't I? That's one. Wait, the barricade's
Nah,
only... That's
dude.
way too short.
I'm telling. No,
We need to reso the last one.
I'm gonna take
no,
this
I
one.
already tell you, I can't do that one.
No?
No, we didn't face yet. We
Oh,
need
no.
550k.
Wait, we're getting another...
Oh, this is going... No, 20k more. Oh, we could have done it.
Wait, we have double
20k
spinners?
damage. Yeah. Well, you guys want to try this, or...
Oh god.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Tell you. Because two of us had to go, we decided to quickly finish it off in regular gear. And sadly, we didn't end up finishing off the ambassador, but I'm sure we could have gotten the kill if we just kept on trying. I hope you guys enjoy this video and actually realize that gear is an important factor, but it doesn't mean everything in PvM. Skill is much more important. Another thing I'd like to mention is that overloads and curses are sometimes a better upgrade than upgrading your armor and more worthwhile. In fact, they always will be, and you're better off just using tier 70 armor, higher tier weapon and overloads than having higher tier armor, a mid tier weapon and no overloads. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.